Today, we will talk about how powerful is Singapore Armed Forces. Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is a sovereign island country in maritime Southeast Asia. Singapore's total nominal GDP is around $425 billion. The country is protected by Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, a military component of the Ministry of Defense. It is one of the most capable, robust, technologically sophisticated, and powerful militaries in Southeast Asia and the surrounding regions. Singapore Armed Forces consist of three branches: the Singapore Army, the Republic of Singapore Navy, and the Republic of Singapore Air Force. It plans to introduce the Digital and Intelligence Service as a fourth branch, to boost the country's cyber defense capability. SAR-21 is the standard issue rifle of the Singapore Armed Forces, which will be replaced by BR-18. The defense budget is around $15 billion. The SAF protects the interests, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of Singapore from external threats. In recent years, the SAF has also taken on a more active role in counter-terrorism efforts. Over the years, the SAF has been involved in various operations, both within and outside of Singapore's borders. These include peacekeeping missions in places such as Afghanistan, Iraq, and Timor-Leste, as well as disaster relief operations in various countries, beginning from the 1970 Bola cyclone, and during the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami, Hurricane Katrina, 2008 Sichuan earthquake, as well as Hurricane Harvey. SAF has approximately 71,000 active personnel, and is capable of mobilizing over 352,500 reservists in the event of full-scale war. Germany, Israel, and United States are the major weapons suppliers. SAF also operates indigenous weapon systems. According to the 2022 Global Firepower Index, Singapore is ranked 42 out of 142 countries considered for the annual GFP review. Indonesia ranked 15, and Malaysia ranked 48. The Singapore Army is the land service branch of the Singapore Armed Forces. It is the largest of the three services. Army has 45,000 active personnel and 240,000 reserve personnel. Currently, it operates over 170 Germany Leopard 2SG main battle tanks, over 1,000 infantry fighting vehicles including Hunter and Bionics 2. Both IFVs are indigenously developed. Over 2,000 armored personnel carriers including Terex AV-81, Bronco all-terrain tracked carrier, and Sweden Bandvagn 206. And a limited number of SSPH-1 and M142 HIMARS rocket artillery. It also operates unmanned aerial vehicles and engineering vehicles. Singapore Army is also equipped with advanced infantry weapons such as Heckler & Koch MP5, M4 Carbine, Seiko TRG-22, FNMAG, STK-40 AGL, Spike ATGM, and so on. This is the logo and flag of the Singapore Army. The motto of the Singapore Army is Ready, Decisive, Respected. The Republic of Singapore Navy, RSN, is the naval service branch of the Singapore Armed Forces, responsible for the defense of Singapore against seaborne threats. The service was formally established in 1967, and has since undergone a substantial modernization. The RSN conducts operations with the Malaysian and Indonesian navies to combat piracy and terrorist threats in the crowded littoral waters of the Straits of Malacca. It also jointly operates the Fokker 50 maritime patrol aircraft with Air Force to provide air surveillance of the seaward approaches to Singapore, which is one of the busiest sea lanes in the world. Singapore Navy operates 32 surface ships, for submarines, 1 training vessel, and 1 submarine support and rescue vessel. The RSN has 4,000 active personnel and 5,000 reserve personnel. This is the logo and flag of the Singapore Navy. The motto of the Singapore Navy is Beyond Horizons. The Republic of Singapore Air Force, RSAF, is the aerial service branch of the Singapore Armed Forces. It was established in 1968 as the Singapore Air Defense Command, before renaming to its current iteration in 1975. The RSAF has undertaken a significant role in Singapore's military defense strategy since its formation. It has been considered by various analysts as being the most technologically advanced air force in the region. Republic of Singapore Air Force operates 40 F-15 and 60 F-16 combat aircraft, 4 Gulfstream G550 AWACS, 11 aerial tankers, 10 transport aircraft, 80 helicopters, and 34 trainer aircraft. It also operates Uster, Spider, and Mistral air defense system. According to the World Directory of Modern Military Aircraft, Singapore is ranked 34 out of the 100 air services from 74 countries. Indonesia ranked 29, and Malaysia ranked 60. RSAF has 6,000 active personnel and 7,500 reserve personnel. This is the logo and flag of the Singapore Air Force. The motto of the Singapore Air Force is above all. Singapore Armed Forces have 4 Special Force units, which are Special Operations Task Force, Special Operations Force, Singapore Armed Forces Commando Formation, and Naval Diving Unit. The Singapore Armed Forces Commando Formation, or SAF Commando Formation, is the Special Operations Formation of the Singapore Armed Forces. The commandos are responsible for 2 main roles: strike missions and reconnaissance missions. Strike missions may involve direct combat with enemy forces and the destruction of specific enemy targets. Reconnaissance missions are conducted by smaller groups of commandos, who may need to camp for long periods of time to survey targets in enemy territory. It is only made up of 1 battalion, the 1st Commando Battalion. The motto is For Honor and Glory. The Special Operations Force, SOF, is the Special Operations Unit of the Singapore Army, responsible for conducting special operations. It is composed of highly trained soldiers, of which all are regular servicemen within the SAF Commando Formation. It is also an essential component of the Special Operations Task Force. The motto is We Dare. Naval Diving Unit, NDU, is the Special Operations Unit of the Republic of Singapore Navy. NDU is also known as the A-Team, Warriors of the Deep. The unit is tasked with maritime counter-terrorism operations, sabotage, demolition, salvage, and explosive ordnance disposal. The motto, Nothing Stands in Our Way. The Special Operations Task Force, SOTF, is a joint special operations unit of the Singapore Armed Forces. It is composed of highly trained regular servicemen from the Army's Special Operations Force and the Navy's Naval Diving Unit. The primary role is to combat terrorist threats that would harm Singaporean interests at home and overseas. The motto is When No One Else Can. That's it for today. See you in the next video.